Hey there, friends. Welcome back to Second Star to the Left. I'm Michelle, and this is my daughter, Billie.
Hi.
And
Did I put my hand in too early?
It's a bonus video. And here's where we'll share board game reviews, ramblings, and a few wrong turns along the scenic route. Back with a special bonus video because we realized that today is May the 4th. You know, May the 4th be with you. Yeah, okay. But we couldn't resist having Billie get a chance to rank her 4 favorite Star Wars games. So we went through the piles. We did not count video games. We did not count RPGs. These are just, well, they're not, the honorable mention isn't quite a board game. They're pretty much just board games. The 4 top ones for May the 4th are all board games. So, do you want to start with your honorable mention since I wouldn't let you put it on the list?
Yeah, it would be Star Wars Legion, war game.
And so why wouldn't I let you put it on the list?
Mean?
No, 2 reasons.
Well, 1, I haven't played it yet. But again, you're mean.
What's the other reason? Is it a board game?
It's as much a board game as one of the others on this list.
Nuh-uh, those are all board games.
We'll talk about it when we get there.
Okay. What is Star Wars Legion?
It's a miniatures tabletop like skirmish game. You each get a little team of rebels or Imperials, and you make them fight.
They don't have to be put together, right?
They do.
Okay, so you have to build them, paint them, and make your army before you can play.
Well, you don't need to paint them before you can play.
Yuck, nobody wants boring ones. Star Wars Legion gets an honorable mention.
Yeah.
Here we go, May the 4th, what's your number 4 Star Wars game?
Star Wars Carcassonne. I am definitely pronouncing that wrong. But that's how we pronounce it.
Carcassonne! Carcassonne is one of our favorite games because you know that we love tile placement games.
I thought you were going to say it again.
I said it right that time.
It's also one of our oldest games.
It is. Carcassonne is one of our oldest games. And we picked this one up because it's Star Wars. How are we not going to pick it up?
Those weren't words.
It turns out we really like this version because it's not just like normal Carcassonne where you're scoring for, areas and roads and things like that. But you're also battling for control of those with dice for the battles, and it just adds one more little layer. And it's Star Wars. We haven't played this in a while though.
No, we haven't. We should.
We should. I was almost afraid that we called it at one point, but we didn't. I won't.
I wouldn't let you. You know that.
So what's your number 3 Star Wars game?
That would be Star Wars Outer Rim.
I think this might be my favorite one.
Really?
I mean, I love Carcassonne, but of the Star Wars games, this one might be my favorite. This one is pick up and deliver. There's an expansion, right, that we didn't get yet?
We still have to. It's Star Wars. We have to.
It is. I just felt like thematically this one was so much fun because you were picking up the characters and taking them to another place and then picking up whatever, loot or bounty or whatever had to be.
It doesn't sound as fun when you describe it like that, but it is very fun.
It is really
It's a really fun game.
There's also just that bit of, ooh, it's Star Wars in this game that makes you really enjoy it. If you're a Star Wars fan, then you're going to like picking up the card and going, oh, I know that guy.
Ooh, I know that ship. That's
or
a cool ship.
If you play with Billie, sometimes you have to put money in the nerd jar.
Yeah.
For knowing very obscure Star Wars facts. So this is your number 3. What is your number 2 Star Wars game?
Star Wars Rebellion.
You're gonna make me pick that up. Oh my goodness. Phew. This one is a monster.
That's a really fun, cat and mouse kind of game.
It's a monster. This whole box is a 2-player game. It says 2 to 4, but it's best at a 2-player game because one of you...
We say having only played it 2 players.
Because that's the best way.
We're right.
There's a light side and the dark side. There's no medium side. This one while it feels like it might be overwhelming, so you might be tempted to put it off as some kind of, big giant box of complicated rules, once you get it set up and so you start playing, it really just makes sense. It's not difficult.
The rules are not complicated. It's a little intimidating looking because of how much stuff there is, but it's really not complicated.
Danger eggs. But this one really gives you that feel of, looking for the rebel base. I might play the Empire now and then.
Now and then?
Most of the time. But I think of all of them, this one gives the flavor of being in a Star Wars movie, I think. For me, at least.
It's like an alternate history version of the original trilogy.
Make up your own battle. So if you've been looking at this one, but you haven't played, trust me, I didn't even need the rules duck for this one. We could figure it out. It was really not that bad once you just start playing and see how it works. It makes sense. Star Wars Rebellion, which we don't play a lot because while the rules are easy, setup and takedown
does take a minute.
It's a bit of a pain.
Yeah.
But it's worth it.
Worth it, definitely.
But it's a pain.
We should play 2.
Okay, that leaves one more. That's it. Drum roll. What is your favorite Star Wars game?
Easily Star Wars X-Wing.
I am not bringing Billie's entire collection of X-Wing onto this table.
I have so many ships.
It wouldn't...
So many.
It wouldn't fit. We have big carrying cases full of them, and we have expansions and upgrades. In fact, this is so that we can upgrade Billie's original game so that everything new will match, right? You got upgrades for like all of your components.
Yeah, one for each faction.
That's going to be a whole day in itself, just upgrading
Rebel,
all the pieces.
Empire, Scum and Villainy.
Now for me, setup on this is too much of a pain, but Billie actually helps with setup on this one, unlike any other board game. You know what it is? Because each of the ships has a point value, so you have to balance out the sides to have a good battle.
Once we get 2nd edition set up, there's an app for that.
So there's a little bit of math involved to make sure that you have kind of balanced teams. But while
in the starter set, they just, use these 2 sets.
Yes, do this. But once you have all the ships,
it's so good.
You have to do some math. This is also not a board game.
No.
This is a tabletop miniature skirmish game. Kind of like Legion, but not as complicated. Right?
Actually, it's about the same level of complicated.
That's just Billie trying to get me to play. And I will play X-Wing because I've learned like when you want to attack someone, you have these little bits that you put on the table to see how far you can attack and if you can attack in a direct line.
My favorite part is the programmed movement that you decide before the turn starts. And then you and your opponent both start moving everything at once.
So you have these little dials that you program to say what direction you're going to go and how far you're going to go. And you do that in advance. So I don't know what the attack or defense is that I'm going to be faced with. The problem I have is it's like reading a map, which I am not good at. And so I always think that if my little guy's going to, hook left, that he's actually going to hook left. But if he's facing the wrong way, then it's his left. And my guys wind up in the corner of the map a lot of times.
Smashing into asteroids, into other ships.
It's not great. But I will say that this is the game that allowed me to think that maybe, just maybe, I would try tabletop.
Yeah,
skirmish games, because it's streamlined enough that it feels like a board game.
It really does.
So it's somewhere in the middle. And it's Star Wars.
And all the ship minis are so cool and so detailed. And they come pre-assembled and pre-painted.
Now, Billie did try to talk me into buying Armada.
Yeah, well, I still think we should someday.
No, but I have insisted that one giant collection of Star Wars ships is plenty.
Yeah.
It's plenty. And wouldn't you rather get all of the expansions for this one? So this was Billie's number 1 Star Wars game. So that was just a quick little bonus video that we thought would be fun to talk about our favorite Star Wars games. on May the 4th. Hopefully you're doing something equally nerdy today. Maybe you're watching a Star Wars movie. Maybe you're full on getting dressed up as your favorite Star Wars characters. But I hope you have a great day. Thank you for watching. If you like what you see,
or if you'd like to keep watching until we get one right,
then please like, subscribe, and share. If you want to talk about Star Wars movies or anything else, you can find us on Discord, and I'll put all the information down below.
Tell us what your favorite planet is.
Money in the nerd jar.
Hey!
As always, open tables, open minds, and play your shelves.
Oh, I'm supposed to wave.
Bum, 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 bum. They can't get me for that.
Yes, they can. You're
Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Carcassonne is one of our favorite games because we love tile playing. That's 3 times. Let's try
Just
again.
leave it at time.
No! I need a better word. There's also...